ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm not a game show host. I'm just using this microphone to record my voice because it's raining outside and I don't want you to pick up the sound. So last year I made it a point that by the end of 2017, this year, I will create 4 demo albums that I would not only write and record myself, but put out into the public for everyone to hear. And right as I was starting to lose motivation, I was assigned a project for one of my college classes to literally create something. I figured this would be not only a good time to advertise my own music, but I could also teach the processes of writing music, recording it, and producing it so that you can create your own music from home if you so choose. So just for explanation, I have 2 guitars and 2 keyboards that I love to death, and I used to have a drum kit, but I ended up selling it. But I do still have drumsticks and random objects that I could hit with drumsticks. But we'll get to that later. So the first thing I'm going to do is record a simple chord progression with my guitar. Yeah, that'll work. Now that I have an idea for the rhythm and chord progression for the guitar, I'll use the piano to overlay chords with the guitar sound. Now, despite clearly owning a microphone, I'm not going to do vocals of any kind for this project. I will, however, add a melody using a different setting on my keyboard. This time I chose a violin setting on my keyboard for the lead melody. Since I don't own a bass guitar, I'm going to use a bass setting on my keyboard instead. So, drums. I'll just find random objects in my house and start hitting them with sticks and see what sounds good. So these are the objects I found. I'm also going to use the wooden table itself as a drum. Now that we have our song in a decent structure, I think it's time to record it. So this is an audiogram. It's made by Yamaha. Basically what this does is it plugs in via USB into my computer, and then on the back you can plug in your instrument, your headphones, and whatever else I need to be using, and it allows me to record music onto my laptop. So this is what an empty Cubase project looks like. I'm using Cubase AI 6 at the moment, which is a home recording software for music. With the software, you can use either real instruments or built-in instruments from the software itself to record. Alright, so I'm going to record the guitar first. Alright, so my first step would be to plug the cable from my guitar into the audiogram itself, which will allow it to pick up in my laptop. Okay, so I have everything plugged in, my guitar is connected, and now if I play the guitar, it comes up on my laptop, so I'm about to start recording. Alright, I got the guitar recorded, and now it's time to move on to piano. I fell asleep last night, but it's day 2 now. I've gotten a lot of the recording part done, since a lot of it's just kind of recording the part that you want, and then copying and pasting it to the parts that you need that specific thing for. I've gotten the guitar parts, some of the keyboard parts, and some of the drum parts done, and I'll explain what I did because last night I got really tired and kind of forgot to explain what I was doing, but I'll go back and explain what I do. So here's just a basic idea of what it looks like when you get close to finished. All of those little bars are for a separate channel or instrument that I've recorded. Over here on the very left, we have a list of inserts. They're basically things like distortion or reverb or things that make the guitar or whatever instrument I'm recording a little bit less bland than how it sounds if you just record it straight. For example, on my guitar, I have a chorus, which gives a nice little ring to the sound overall, a tone booster to get a little less of the low end of the sound and a little bit more of the high and middle. I've got a delay, and I have reverb, which kind of makes it sound like it's in a bigger room than what it is. Because my drums are literally me hitting books, coasters, and tissue boxes with drumsticks, it kind of sounds like books, coasters, and tissue boxes being hit by drumsticks when I'm done recording. So I added a little bit of bass and a little bit of a good pop snare sound to my effects. I got everything done and recorded. Since I didn't record myself playing every part of every instrument for the entire song, I took some weird aesthetic nature shots and put them in with the song. Here we go. Alright, so that was the song. I hope you enjoyed it. The whole process probably took about 2 weeks and a haircut. Thank you for noticing. Really quick, I'll just take the time to break down how long everything took. It took about maybe 2 hours to write everything for the song, the guitar, all the instruments, everything like that. It took about another 2 hours to get everything kind of fixed, the harmonies for the melody, figuring out how to play the melody on the guitar, just little stuff like that. Mastering and producing probably took the most amount of time. It's still not great, but that's kind of what this project is about, learning how to do this kind of thing since I'm not really great at it to begin with. I'm hoping that with this project I'll be able to learn in greater detail the things that I don't know yet. So this is one of either 4 or 5 songs, I haven't really decided. But yeah, when I'm done with the entire album, it should be on Bandcamp and SoundCloud and maybe Spotify. On top of that, when I'm done with the entire album, I'll put all of the songs together on one YouTube video that doesn't involve all of the technical how-to behind what I've done in this video. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, you should stick around and see when the next one comes out. It's going to be a completely different genre, and it'll be a lot different than the one that you just heard. Thank you so much for watching.